Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to episode 6, I believe. I'm not entirely sure on that, but episode 6 of my playthrough of Diddy Kong Racing. This is Ryan of the Game Conquerors. Happy to be with you guys today, and today we're gonna go with we're gonna go with Banjo. Yeah, Banjo. He's got the banjo style music. Surprise, surprise. Man, I need to play Banjo-Kazooie again. I've been wanting to play that game for a long time. I've been waiting for the HD versions to go on sale on the Xbox Marketplace, but I've been waiting for a couple years, and they still haven't been on sale. They were on sale once, but I missed it. That was back in like 2011, so I'm going the wrong way. Let's see. Where is this other? Oh yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah, I've been waiting for Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie to go on sale, and it's been a long time, and they have not. This one's hidden behind the waterfall. So, you know, everybody keeps telling me I should just go ahead and buy it because it's worth the full $15 that they cost, and that they're right. They are worth $15, and normally I probably would just pay it. The only reason I don't is because I already have such a huge backlog right now anyway. So I keep track of my games on GameFAQs. They have a My Games section where you can like choose all the games you own, and you can like rate them and stuff. And so I keep track of my games on there, and they have a play queue thing, so like a backlog list essentially. And so in my play queue right now, there's like 62 games or something like that. And these are all games that I own. I currently own and have not. Well, some of them I have played, but they're just on there because I want to play them again. But most of them are games that I do own and have never played. So I got a lot of games I need to play and get through. And a lot of those, I'll be totally honest, some of those are games that I got for free, or they were part of a Humble Bundle or whatever, and I'm really not particularly interested in playing every single game on there. But a good lot of them, probably more than half, I'd say somewhere around 35 to 40 of them are games. However I obtain them, I really do intend to play them, and I am interested and excited about playing them. So, I've got a long list of games to play. It's not like I'm hurting for something to play, so that's why I continue waiting. But if they were to go on sale, I would snatch them, and that would probably be the next game I would start, because I've really wanted to play those for a long time. And the thing is, like, I could go back and just play the N64 versions, and that would be fine and great, and I'd love it. But I figure if I'm gonna, if I'm gonna go and play a game I've played before, I might as well get the HD version, I might as well, if I'm going to put the time into a game I've already played before, go straight for the HD version. Don't, play the old versions again and then feel like you still have to play it again to do the HD thing. Especially since, like I mentioned, I think in the last episode, that I'm a bit of an achievement whore, so I actually look forward to, playing those for achievements, and I think it's a lot of fun replaying old games that have been remade, to see what kinds of achievements they've added in, because a lot of times it's fun to see if it's kind of the goals you set for yourself as you play. I don't know if you guys do this. I do this a lot, where I'll sort of make my own goals, or like make my own challenges of things I want to try to do while when I'm playing games. And so achievements for me were a lot of fun. I think that's a lot of the reason I like it, is because it just adds like challenges outside of the regular stuff you might do while playing a game. So those are my favorite kinds of achievements. The way I think achievements should always be done is, I think it should be, you should unlock around half, maybe a little more, of the achievements just for completing the game, as you regularly would on the hardest difficulty. I think that warrants at least half of the achievements, and games that don't give you at least that much or close to it, I feel like are kind of ripping you off. They're not ripping you off like by your money, but they're ripping you off as far as achievements go, because I feel like you've achieved, quite a bit by beating the game. It seems like by beating the game on the hardest difficulty, that should mean you know, you've done most of what there is to do in the game. But then the other half, I like it to be stuff where it's like just ways to entice you to play the game a little differently or to try some new things, you know, try a different class or, you know, explore separate areas or things like that. And I do not like achievements that are based on multiplayer or achievements that are severely dependent on your willingness to grind. Anyway, that's my achievement spiel. You guys are probably not interested in this because you're watching a playthrough of a Nintendo 64 game. But that's my little spiel on achievements coming from an achievement hunter. So I chose Banjo just because of Boulder Canyon. I knew I was going to have to do here. And he makes that a lot easier. As I mentioned before, the heavier characters are easier for hovers. This was another one of my favorites when I used to play this game. I really like this track. I think Windmill Village, I think it was called. Oof, whoa. I didn't realize I was going that fast. And this is one of the tracks where if you're really good, you can hit zippers and blue balloons almost all the way through. I remember on, what's it called? I think Treasure Cove. It's one of the, oh shoot. Oy. Oh, okay, okay. That's how we're gonna be, huh? Luckily I was far enough ahead that didn't really do much. So I think it's Treasure Cove, I want to say. It's one of the first tracks. The one with the dinosaur bones. On that one, I used to be able to boost through almost the entire level. I could hit zippers and blue balloons so that I would be boosting through the whole thing, every single lap. And that was really cool when I figured out I could do that. So if any of you guys have played this game before, let me know what are some of your favorite tracks and who are your favorite characters to use. And also, I'm curious to see if anybody ever, you know, played Banjo-Kazooie or Conquer or whatever before ever having played this game, and you liked those games enough that you went ahead and got this game because you wanted to, you know, race with Banjo or race with Conquer or whatever. Curious to see if anybody went at it that route, because I went the other route. I started with this game and then I branched out into Banjo, and I never did play Conquer as a kid, but I was always interested in it, and because of, you know, because of this game and because of Banjo and because of essentially knowing that Rare was awesome. No, I miss Rare. I miss them so much. So if you're a big Rare fan like I am, or rather if you are a big fan of Rare back in the Nintendo 64 days, and you wonder kind of what happened to Rare, there's a really interesting article. If I remember, I'll post the link in the comments, but I probably won't. Or not in the comments, in the description, I mean, but I probably won't remember to do that. So if you're interested in it, and I don't remember to do it, go ahead and leave a comment that I forgot, and I will look for it and post it so you can check it out. But oh shoot! But there's a really interesting article. Man, I go on tangents a lot, like in the middle of a thought, don't I? And I'm doing it right now. I'm going on a tangent about going on tangents. So how do you like that? Okay, so I'm gonna try to complete the thought this time. So if you really like Rare and you wonder what happened to him, there's an article I read about what happened to Rare, and it was, I forget who wrote it, but it was done with a lot of interviews from the guys, some of the guys who founded Rare, as well as, you know, just some of the employees who were there in back in the 90s in Rare's heyday. And it just talked about how the company was bought by Microsoft, and Microsoft really just had a different culture and management style than Nintendo, and they kind of choked Rare. Not to blame Microsoft in any way. I don't really think Microsoft intended to do that or that it was their fault, but it was just a difference in culture between the companies that just kind of I don't know. I kind of rubbed some shoulders the wrong way, I guess you could say. That's not really a phrase, is it? Rubbed people the wrong way? I think that's the phrase. But yeah, it just kind of bothered some people, I guess, that they felt like they were being controlled by Microsoft and that they weren't trusted and they weren't allowed creative freedom. And like I said, I don't really blame Microsoft in any way. I don't think that was intentional. It's just different. But it was really interesting to kind of see like what caused Rare's sort of downfall, and just to have an understanding, because, you know, that's something that it could happen in any business, you know, any kind of deal where two organizations come together into one. It seems like it's something that needs to be handled really sensitively, because every company, every organization has kind of its own culture, and if you kind of strangle one culture and kind of choke it out, you know, people really don't take well to that. They don't take well to kind of feeling like their way of doing things is being judged as wrong by the new guys or the new boss or whatever. So it's kind of an interesting case study of that. You know, that idea, that concept of different organizations coming together into one, and how that could be done more gracefully, and, you know, and how it could be done without causing people to leave the company, without causing productivity and creativity to suffer. So I'll post that if I remember, and if, like I said, if I don't remember, please let me know. Please comment or send me a message, however is easiest for you, and I will definitely get on that. And just so you guys know, you know, our channel is really small. In case you haven't noticed, like, we don't have a ton of subscribers at the moment, at least. So when you guys comment on our videos, or, you know, or anything like that, we will respond to you. You know, we're interested in what you guys have to say, and you know, there's not so many of you that we're unable to individually address you guys. So, oh shoot, I effed that up. I'm just gonna restart. So yeah, if you comment, you can pretty much expect to receive a reply. And, you know, at this point, our channel's so new, and it's small enough that, you know, we're really flexible at this point. So if there's something we do that you like, or something you wish we would do, or something that that we do that you don't like, and you let us know, we're likely to change it. You know, at this point, we're very flexible. We don't really have any set, like, methods that have drawn in, you know, thousands of viewers that we wouldn't want to upset by changing them. So at this point, we're really flexible. So it's really up to you guys what you want out of this channel. Anybody that's you know, watching our videos, I want you guys to kind of feel like that you have some ownership in this channel, and you kind of do, you know. And if you know, if you get on it now and, you know, started kind of a dialogue with us and let your voice be heard, then in the future we'll know who you are. You know, if we do become a kind of a bigger channel, and if we are successful at you know, entertaining a lot of people and gaining a lot of subscribers will know who you are, so you will still have a voice in that larger atmosphere. So get involved now, I guess is what I'm saying. I wasn't sure where that last coin was. I couldn't remember which one I had missed. Not sure if I'm going to be able to catch up this time. Oh, especially if I screw up a shortcut. Dang it. Dang it. Ah, I just missed it. That was close. Alright. We're going to retry that. So I think I'm going to try to knock this one out, and then I'll head over to Boulder Canyon since I'm using Banjo right now. And I'll try to knock out Boulder Canyon with Banjo, and then I'll wrap this episode up, and we will come back next time with a fresh new character to finish up the last 2 tracks and to challenge the dragon again. Oh, shoot. So, I don't know how familiar you guys are with racing games and the racing community, but one thing that a lot of the racing community really does not like is what they call rubber band physics, I guess. I think they call it rubber band physics. That's not really a great name for it, but I think that's what they call it. And what that is so Mario Kart does this. So if you play Mario Kart, you know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of where the other racers are sort of on a rubber band with you. And so what that means is that they kind of... Oh, whoa. Okay. Okay. Did this really just happen? Holy crap. I don't think I've ever seen this. I don't think I have ever seen this happen before, and I am pretty intrigued, but I'm definitely gonna have to restart the race. Anyway, sorry about that moment of silence. I just got really interested in what was going on there. So what I was saying, rubber band physics. So the racers are kind of on a rubber band with you. So like when you get ahead, like they'll speed up to stay caught up with you. And so, you know, in Mario Kart, it's a little upsetting sometimes because you'll have like a mushroom or whatever, and you're using your mushroom boost, and the other racers are going the same speed as you or faster, and they're passing you while you're using your mushroom boost, even though they have no power up at the time. And so that's kind of frustrating. I can understand why people don't like that and stuff. But also, the other side of it is that if you're behind, a couple of racers will usually kind of slow down and stay back with you, and even kind of the first and second place guys usually won't get too far ahead if there's rubber band physics at work. And so what I was going to say about that is, you know, as frustrating as that can be when like they're moving faster than you, and when, you know, like they have an unfair advantage because their carts just go faster than yours do, it does add some challenge, because, you know, with this game, like I said, once you've kind of got it down, there's really not much challenge to it, and there's not really like any increased difficulty in any way. And so like you guys have seen, I've gotten so far ahead sometimes that I can make a huge mistake and it makes no difference because I'm just so far ahead. And so I actually kind of wish there was something like that in this game, just to add a little bit of challenge to it. But, you know, what probably is better, I suppose, is just kind of a hard mode or something where the racers are better or something like that. But shoot, if nothing else, rubber band physics are, or I guess rubber band AI is maybe what people call it, but at least that's, you know, sort of a solution. I'm not gonna blow it this time. Oh yeah, as I do that. Okay, this one on the left keeps causing me trouble, so I'm gonna knock that out. And then there's one on the right here. So these silver coin challenges, as you can see, it's really more about knowing where the coins are than it is about like being challenged to get them. It's just, ah, shoot. If you know where they are ahead of time, it's a lot easier to get yourself in the right spot to grab them, and then be able just to, you know, in one or two laps, be able to get them all really quickly, and then just focus on the race. Ew. The magnet actually isn't bad. I never really used it much growing up, but it's not too bad. And I forgot to go to the left side there to get that last coin. So I'll have to get that on my third lap, which is fine anyway, because I usually like to go left there. And I'll try to hold on to a homing missile in case anybody passes me. Oh no, shoot. Not mean to grab that. I'm just gonna skip that zipper so I can go into this with a little more control. Got it. Alright, Tip Top is right there. Dang, I was hoping I'd get him with that, but we'll be alright. We got it. We got it. We got it. Woo! Everybody clap your hands. Thanks, Boba. Up to 36 balloons. That's getting pretty high. Alright, let's knock out Boulder Canyon. There we go. Let's knock that out with Banjo, and then next time we'll come back. I think I'm going to use Bumper to finish this one out. I haven't used Bumper yet. I think the only guys we got left are Bumper and Pipsy. Oh, that's a bad start. I think it's just Bumper and Pipsy left, and I think everybody else we've done. Oh, I hate when I get hit by those logs. It's terrible. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, shoot. Oh no, this one. Okay. This is, watch this, guys. Oh, this is the key. Oh, okay. Hang on, I'm gonna grab that key. I thought this was actually one of the silver coins, but it's not, it's just the key. I remember as a kid, I was stuck on this, looking for this key for so long, because you don't know what track it's on. It's on one of the 4 tracks for the world. There's no way to know which track it's on, so it's actually really cool, because you have to explore. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. Cool. Alright, we're going to restart this race now that I got that. But it's really cool because it kind of forces you to explore the tracks, and as you've seen, those keys are not... The first one is. The first one you see right off the bat, but other than that, those keys are not exactly easy to find. They're not like on your critical path at all. They're all kind of hidden in little nooks and crannies, and you kind of have to really go out of your way to find them. And so this one I thought was really, really cleverly hidden. That bridge only goes up when you ring the bell. Which that was another cool mechanic just about this level in general, is that if you ring that bell, that bridge goes up, so anybody behind you, if they don't catch the bridge before it goes up, they have to go all the way around the moat, or they have to wait for it to come back down. So either way, they're slowed down significantly. Which we always thought that was fun to try to get somebody stuck on that. Not bad, not bad. Third place with everything, all the coins done. Full lap and a half to go. Lap and 3/4 actually. So watch, if I watch my radar here. Oh, I missed the bell. Okay, I'll try to get it next time. But it's funny to watch the AI have to stop and go around, or stop and wait. Or sometimes, like, if you think you're going to catch it and you keep going, you end up just falling into the moat. Which can really throw you off. But yeah, I always thought that key, it took me a long, long time to find my first time around. I had to search all the levels and or all the tracks of this world, and I didn't know which one it was on. So when I found it, I felt really accomplished. All right, watch my radar. You'll see some of them. Wait, they all just went through just fine? All right, cheating AI. Okay. That little circle part there is the moat that you have to normally go around if you miss the bridge, but I guess the AI cheated and just hit the bridge anyway. Anyway, I'm sad that didn't work. In fact, I'm sad enough that I'm gonna go ahead and go back real quick and see what happened. I'm gonna hit that bridge again and see what happens. So feel free to join me. If you're not interested, then you're free to leave. I give you my permission to end this video now. Otherwise, stick around. But yeah, like, again, if you guys haven't played this game, you should. And I hope I haven't spoiled it for you by showing all the key locations, because that was something that I really enjoyed about the game, was hunting those down. Right, I might have not gotten there in time to... Okay, so I stopped them. How are they... Okay, so now they're going around. And one guy stopped, so the blue, that's Tip-Top, he stopped. The other ones went around on the moat. I don't know why that didn't work last time around. Maybe I was too far ahead and it came down already? But anyway, here's the moat. So if the bridge goes up, you have to either come down here into the moat and come around like this, or you have to stop like Tip-Top did and wait for it. So I'm gonna let them come around again and hit it. Alright, they're almost here. Got it. I don't know how... Who has that bumper? I don't know how he made it on there. That's funny. Anyway, we got to see that. That was cool. Oy. But yeah, I hope I haven't spoiled it for you by showing all the key locations. And if you didn't see me get them, then you know, go through, play it by yourself, and see, just, you know, explore and find them yourself, because that's a lot of fun. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up. Thanks for joining me, and I hope I see you next time on episode 7, where we will be finishing, I think, the last 2 silver coin challenges on this world, and going for the second race against the dragon, and also the trophy race, assuming everything goes well. So we'll see you then.